I was inside a building somewhere and I felt like it was a sports centre, but not the part that's open to the public. I remember seeing a huge doorway that led to the outside, and there was a sliding door that I could see to the outside, and it was a nice sunny day. I was sat down chatting to a guy that I went to high school with, and there was an older guy there too, and I felt like he was a teacher. The guy that I was chatting to said something about me turning up at his house out of the blue one day, as if to say that I was stalking him or something. I knew vaguely where he lived, but I don't recall ever turning up at his house because I knew that I wasn't his type and wouldn't have wasted my time because I know that he would have rejected me. The dream switched and I was walking along a narrow corridor in the private part of the sports centre, and it was dark, but I didn't know anywhere where all the light switches were. I felt like I was looking for the guy from high school, but I couldn't find him, and I felt like he'd gone home. I remember passing a lot of doors as I was wandering around the corridors, but nothing looked familiar, and I ended up feeling lost and trying to find my way back out. I remember walking into one of the rooms on the left-hand side of the corridor, and none of the lights were on in there either. I don't know where the light switches were, so I just wandered around in the dark on my own. I remember walking past some lockers in the room, so I'm guessing that it was some sort of changing room, and I remember hearing some boys laughing and joking in the other part of the room, but I couldn't see them from where I was stood, so I don't know how many there were. I remember feeling anxious when I heard them, and I didn't want them to see me because I didn't know whether they were friends or foes. The dream switched again and I was back on the corridor, and I eventually found my way outside of the building, and it was a nice sunny day, and then I woke up. When I woke up, the Lord reminded me that my friend dated the guy that I fancied from high school for about a week, and even though she knew that I'd fancied him, she dated him anyway. And I remember feeling betrayed because she was supposed to be my best friend and I fell out with her over it. She only dated him for about a week and then ended up dumping him, but she was very vague about why she dumped him. I believe that she dumped him because he was a virgin, he wasn't ready and willing to have sex with her. We were in the same form for about 5 years at high school, and we used to have a laugh together, but he never came across as a womanizer, and he was well liked in school. After these thoughts, I said in my mind that I forgave my friend for betraying me, and I hoped that her and the guy hadn't taken the vaccine, because I hadn't seen any of them for years. But I don't know if the vaccine, because I know the vaccine leads to eternal damnation, but I don't know, and I don't wish that on anyone. I was saying this in my mind and I heard the word 70%, and I instantly knew that the Lord was telling me that 70% of the population have received the vaccine, but I don't know whether they are included in that number. All I know is that me, my daughter, and one of my nephews hasn't taken it, and I know that the majority of my family has taken it, and the majority of the people from my previous churches.